This conference will now be recorded.
Usman, thank you. So we shall wait for others or let's continue. It's already 7:11. We are 11 minutes late. Okay. So just pinged everybody. Okay. So we'll get started, guys. Let's have a quick recap as to what we have discussed in the last class. Okay. So any idea as to what we have discussed, guys, in the last class? Any idea as to what we have discussed in the last class? Yesterday, we have played around with the HTTPS script recorder options. Okay. So whatever the options that we have discussed about it mainly. Okay. Prefix, what it will do. Okay. And also grouping, how it will affect the samplers that gets recorded. Okay. We have discussed about these two things exclusively. Okay. And let's see what else we have discussed in the last class. Okay. So yeah, naming policy is something that we have discussed. Okay. So how the naming policy will change the naming of the these things. Okay. So and then wonderful. We spent quite some time on understanding the listener called. Okay. Called view result stream. Okay, so by default, the results or the log will be saved in the view results tree, guys. Yes or no? By default, the log, the generated log, will be saved in the view results tree. I want to hear from all of you, all the 14 of them. Please participate, guys. By default, does it save? Sam says no. What about others? Hello, knock knock. Okay, so yes, so by default it doesn't store, so we can save it. Okay, but however, before recording itself, not after recording, before recording itself, we give the file name and path so that okay it saves. And what are the different formats in which you can save this log? What are the different formats in which we can save this log? I can give you a clue. .csv. Okay, the first format. What is the second format? Wonderful, Narendra. It's JTL. Okay, Jmeter text log. Okay, Jmeter text log. And there is a third format as well. What is the format? Wonderful, .xml. Okay, so these are the three formats in which you can save the end log file. Okay, you can save the log file. Okay, wonderful, guys. I think this is how far we have discussed yesterday. So let's go ahead with today's class. Okay, a lot of interesting stuff to see. Okay, more interesting stuff. So today I will start with the other different recording options. Okay, so there are multiple ways in which you can record the script in Jmeter, folks. Okay, there are multiple ways in which you can record the script in Jmeter. Okay, first way we have already seen HTTPS test script recorder. Okay, which is an element of Apache Jmeter. Okay, which is an element of Apache Jmeter. So we have already seen that. Okay, using this HTTP test script recorder. Okay, using which you can record the script usually into a controller. So in whatever the controller you want, you can. But is this the only way? There are other ways in which you can record the script. Okay, one of the other ways is BadBoy. These days it is not used, but back in the day, probably three years back, 2 years back, this was predominantly used. But however, since it's required, since it is there over here, I'll go ahead and then explain this stuff to you. It doesn't take too much time. Okay, so but honestly speaking, it's not used, guys. I mean, not many people are using it. In fact, okay, the website itself is not up for BadBoy. Okay, so if I remember correctly, it is www.badboy.com.au. It's an Australian, I think it looks like the Australian folks have created this. And if you try to go to this website, the website itself is down. Okay, so you would have to download this BadBoy, okay, from a third party websites. Okay, so The version is also important. The version 2.2 is the latest version of BadBoy when it was up. These days, the website itself is down, as you can see here. Okay, so those BadBoy people or whoever have created the BadBoy, they believe that the software is not maybe not used enough, or it's not being downloaded enough. So they didn't even they didn't even keep their website up. Okay, so the latest version of BadBoy, when they stopped it, probably was 2.2. That's the version that you wanted to download. If you are downloading the lower versions, it will not support the Jmeter, guys. Okay, so what I have done, okay, so I have downloaded and kept it in the Google Drive. So I'm going to share this link to you so that you can download. And again, you can download it from this third-party website called software.informer.com. Okay, you can download that from that website. Or in case you're not comfortable going to the third-party websites and downloading, so what I did is I downloaded and uploaded into this Google Drive. Okay, so you can download it from any one of the links. Okay, so if you're downloading it from the third-party website itself, okay, shift. Okay, so let me copy it. Okay, just copy paste the URL. Okay, and then be careful. I think this is what is the download button. Yeah, 7.5 MB. Okay, as you can see here, 7.5 MB, and it's a BadBoy, which is a version 2.2, and this is 7. And look at it. Okay, back in 2014, this is what it was uploaded. So from 5 years, the BadBoy, the website probably would have been down or nobody is using. But whatever the version that we have downloaded, it is probably 5 years back. Okay, so you can download it, or you can download it from the Google Drive, my Google Drive. You can use this website. You can use this and you can download it from here. Just you have to say click on download. Okay, you need not even have to log in or anything. Just click on download and you should be able to download. And installation is very, very simple, guys. You have to click next, 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 and the installation will be done. Okay, so once the installation is done, so you will be able to see the BadBoy. Okay, you will be able to see the BadBoy software here. Okay, let me invoke this application called BadBoy. Is the recording happening, guys? Yes. Okay, so let me invoke this application called BadBoy, and you can start recording whatever you wanted to record. You have to put it here. You want to stop recording, you can stop recording, and you wanted to start recording, you can start recording. And make sure the recording here you are able to see the word recording, so that actual recording is happening. Otherwise, if you don't see anything here, the recording is not happening. That's what it is. Okay, you see in this test one, you can just name it to whatever you want. Let's say this is login script. Okay, so give the name login, and the step, let's say step is launch. Okay, now hang on, guys. Okay, now steps according to launch, you can record it. Here is the website for the launch. Click on enter. Okay, you will be able to see the launch page, and the launch page related stuff is recorded. Now I'm able to, I'll be click a login. I'll be able to log in, or I'll be recording the login part. So say add child step. Okay, login, give the name login. Now you go ahead, click on this and go ahead and then record the steps related to login. Okay, login. Okay, so and then login. Okay, actually this should have been click. Okay, and this is login. But clicking on the sign in page and login, I'm putting under one single step step called login. Ideally, they should have been, both of them should have been in different steps. But anyways, okay, since we have already started, it's fine. And finally, log out. Okay, finally sign out, and make sure the sign out piece of code is recorded under this sign. Okay, now stop recording. Now stop recording. Okay, so launch, clicking on the sign in button and actual sign in, it's all under this step, and log out. Okay, this is how you record the stuff into the BadBoy. There are a lot of options here which you can play around. Okay, but I don't think for a Jmeter to record the scripts you need to play around. Maybe if you're a developer or something like that, you want to analyze further stuff, maybe you want it. But for Jmeter, this is good enough, guys. This is good enough. Okay. Are we okay, guys? Are we okay so far? Are we okay? Are we clear with this one bad boy stuff? It is a very simple tool. Just download it, install it, and start recording. Okay? To be honest, it is not being used predominantly at all. Okay? But in the interview point of view, or maybe when you go to the real-time projects and you're comfortable with the bad boy, you can use it. Okay? So there are only 4 yeses. 22 students are listening, but there are only 4 people who are responding. Okay? So now once the whole recording is done, click on file, and what would be the best option here, guys? Carefully go through the options. New, what is the option if you have to save it? What is the option that you will use? New, open, save as, export, response times, export to Jmeter, script properties, print. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, which option you will use out of this 7? First option, you can say 1. Second option, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which option you will use, guys? Option 6. Okay, option 6. It's very obvious. You will have to use option 6. If you save as, it will ask you to save as a bad boy script or an XML script. None of them I want. I want it as a .jmx. What is the Jmeter script extension, guys? What is the Jmeter script extension? .jmx. Okay. If I save it, there is no option called .jms script. Okay, there is an option called HTML report, HTML documentation, summary report, XML, or bad boy script. I don't want it to save any of them, so that's the reason why save as will not work. I don't want it to export the response times. I want it to save this script. So export to Jmeter will be the right option. Okay, this is a login script, but it is recorded in BadBoy. So let me name it appropriately, and let me save it on the desktop for now. Okay, save it, and you see how the script will be saved. It's a .jmx. How the script will be saved? It's a .jmx. Okay, that's exactly what I want to save. So you see, in the options itself, he is saying export to Jmeter, which means that when he has built this tool, okay, he knows that this can be used in combination with the Jmeter. So that's why he has exclusively gave the option export to Jmeter. And whatever you have recorded, you can save it into a .jmx file. So when he's actually developing this tool called BadBoy, he has it in his mind that the Jmeter people can use this tool very exclusively. That was his idea. Anyways, okay. So now the script login badboy.jmx script has been created. Now invoke the Jmeter. Okay, invoke the Jmeter. I have already saved this on my desktop. Ideally, what I would do, what I would have done, go to this folder, go to the bin folder, and then invoke Apache Jmeter from here. But what did I do? I right-clicked on it and send to desktop. Okay, send to desktop. You see, create shortcut. This is what I have done. Since I have done this, the shortcut is already there on my desktop. Now I can invoke Jmeter from my desktop itself. Every time I did not have to go to the bin folder. Now, whatever the script that you have created, login badboy.jmx, drag and drop here, automatically the script will be created. The script will be created. Okay, are we clear, guys? All of you? Are we clear? All of you? Okay, or what you could do, if you are not comfortable dragging and dropping, go to file, go to open and desktop, and you see login badboy.jmx script is there. Double click on it and automatically the script will folder open, and here HTTP script recorder and all that will not be open, or all that will not be there. Okay, only your samplers will be there, and there are 4 samplers which got recorded, and all the 4 samplers are here. And first sampler you have put it into the launch, second sampler you put it in the login, third sampler you put it in logout, and you see this launch is a loop controller, not a simple controller or transaction controller. Ideally it should have been a transaction controller, but they choose to, when they convert, they choose to put it as a loop controller. These guys, the bad boy ones. Okay, so whatever the step name that you have given, they choose to give a loop controller rather than a transaction controller. it's okay. What you can do is you can create a loop controller, a transaction controller. Where is my transaction controller? You see, even over here, the options, it's not in alphabetical order. Okay, the regularly used ones are at the top and little less used are at the bottom. Okay, transaction controller is, and it's not even in alphabetical order. If you see, they have sorted it out in the alphabetical order, no. So which means that the load runner guys expected you to use these controllers more often than these controllers here. Okay. So you see transaction controller, maybe you can call this as a launch. Okay. And then move this sampler under this launch. And you can delete this loop controller. Unless you are looping, I don't think you would have to use the loop controller. Here I am not looping, so I might not. I'll talk about the loop, what is looping and loop controller at the later point of time, but you can mark them into different transaction controllers if you want. Okay, this is how you can create a script using a BadBoy tool, guys. You can record it using the BadBoy and then make sure the script has been imported or exported as a Jmeter script and then imported into the Jmeter. Okay, so this is what you can do, and maybe you can add the view results tree and all that if you want. Okay, so this is the option, guys. This is the option using the BadBoy. And most important thing, there is no proxy. If you see, I haven't even enabled proxy. If you go back and check my proxy settings, okay, I didn't play around with the proxy at all, or I didn't enable the proxy at all. You see, my proxy is disabled. So for you to record using the BadBoy, there is no need of proxy, guys. There is no need of proxy. Okay. So that is an important part. So if you don't like playing around with the proxy, maybe you can use the BadBoy. Okay. So what is predominantly used if this HTTP script recorder is not working? What does the people usually use? Okay, so the people use these two options, guys. One is the BlazeMeter and one is hair files. Okay, we'll discuss about these two things now. Okay, the BlazeMeter and the hair files. Okay, so BlazeMeter, what is BlazeMeter? I'll talk about it, guys. First, what is BlazeMeter? Okay, so now Jmeter is an open source tool. Okay, Jmeter is an open source tool, which means that you need not have to pay any money. Okay, on this, okay, just like the BadBoy guys have created, okay, a tool, okay, which works with the Jmeter. Where is BadBoy? Okay, so these BadBoy guys have created this tool which works with the Jmeter. Maybe their thought process may not be exclusively for Jmeter, but definitely they gave some options so that this tool can go with Jmeter. Okay, and they made this tool as an open source as well. Okay, just like BadBoy has been working, I mean, they created the tool so that it works with Jmeter, or it works in conjunction or in coordination with Jmeter. This BlazeMeter folks as well. Okay, so there is a company called BlazeMeter. Okay, I don't know, the tool is BlazeMeter, but the company name I don't know. Okay, so we can check the company name as well, who has created this tool called BlazeMeter. Hang on. Okay, so the type is a SaaS load testing founded into 2011. Okay, CA Technologies seems to be the parent company for this. Okay, so CA Technologies. Okay, this is a tool. A BlazeMeter is a tool from a company called CA Technologies. Okay, it is started in 2011, and mainly you see, okay, so the performance testing framework from Apache Foundation. Okay, so you see, which is compatible with the open source Apache Jmeter. So they created this tool called BlazeMeter, which is compatible with Apache Jmeter, guys. Okay, so which means the Jmeter. Okay, so they made sure that they created this CA Technologies company have created a tool called BlazeMeter. Okay, and they made sure that this is compatible with the Jmeter. And this BlazeMeter is an open source. No, you would have to pay. Okay, pay for it. So Kumar, if already Jmeter has the complete capability of creating the scripts and executing the script, where is BlazeMeter coming into picture? Okay, where is BlazeMeter coming into picture? Let me tell you my experience. Okay, so we are deviating here a little bit. Okay, we are deviating a little bit from the recording options. Okay, so we have discussed about the BadBoy. Now we are discussing about the BlazeMeter. So since we are discussing about the BlazeMeter, let's spend 5 to 10 minutes on this to understand actually where is this guy's BlazeMeter coming into picture. Okay, how it is helping the Jmeter and what are the other capabilities of it. Okay. So, okay, so BlazeMeter, you can record the script in BlazeMeter. Okay, that's what I'm going to show you. Okay, and then, okay, enhance the script using Jmeter. Okay, so whatever the script that you have recorded using BlazeMeter. Okay, okay, so what do you do after that? What do you do after that? Okay, so once you record the script using BlazeMeter, what do you do after that? Import the script to import the script. Okay, generated script. Okay, import the generated script to Jmeter. Okay, so once you import it, then you can make further enhancements, enhance the script using Jmeter. Then, okay, execute the scenario, execute the test scenario. Okay, test scenario, execute the test scenario with the multiple users in BlazeMeter. We can do this. Okay, we can do this. Okay, are we clear, guys? Enhance the script using Jmeter and maybe execute the script in Jmeter with single user. Okay, with single user. And what will be the purpose of doing this, guys? Any idea? Okay, before we execute this script in the BlazeMeter with multiple users, you are executing the same script in Jmeter with single user. What is the purpose, guys? Any idea as to what could be the purpose? Wonderful, wonderful, Osman. Make sure, what is the purpose of this? Make sure, okay, script is working fine, okay, or there is no issues with the script. Okay, you wanted to make sure that there is no issues with the script before you execute the same script with multiple users. Okay, this is where BlazeMeter is coming into picture, guys. Okay, you can record the script using BlazeMeter, or you can record the script in any of the formats. You can record the script using Jmeter itself, or you can record the script using BadBoy. Okay, or you can record the script using there is another option called add files. Okay, in either one of the ways you can record the script. Then make sure if it is not recorded in Jmeter, import it into Jmeter, enhance the script in Jmeter, and execute the script with single user in Jmeter to make sure there are no issues with the script. Then finally execute this script. Okay, or scripts. You can put multiple scripts together to make your test scenario with multiple users. You can execute in BlazeMeter. The same thing can be done with Jmeter as well. Okay, you can execute the scenario. Okay, you can execute the scenario in Jmeter as well. Okay, that's what I will show you in the class. How to execute the scenario in Jmeter, I'll show you. Okay, you can execute the scenario in the BlazeMeter, or you can execute the scenario in Jmeter. If you are executing the scenario in the BlazeMeter, they will charge you with certain money. Okay, they will charge you with certain money. If you execute the same test scenario, okay, in Jmeter, okay, no money is involved. Okay, nobody is charging you anything. Okay, it is totally free of cost because this is an open source tool. Okay, so you can either execute the test scenario, in the Jmeter, okay, wherein there is no money involved, you need not have to pay anything to anybody. But the same test scenario, okay, if you're executing in BlazeMeter, they will charge. Okay, are we clear so far, guys? All of you?
So, Kumar, like when you said,
okay, now the question is, okay, when the same scenario, if you can execute in Jmeter for free, why would anybody wants to execute in BlazeMeter? Is that a valid question, guys? Is that a valid question?
Yes.
Any guesses? Any guesses? Okay. So what is done? First we have recorded the script. You can record using the Blazemeter or Jmeter or BadBoy or hair files. Okay. I've already shown you using Jmeter BadBoy. I'm going to show you now Blazemeter, then hair files. Then import the script in Jmeter if it is not recorded in Jmeter. Enhance the scripts. Execute the script with single user. Make sure it's working fine. Then the final test scenario. Okay. You can execute in the Jmeter or Blazemeter. If it's Blazemeter, you know, there's money involved. You need to pay the CA Technologies guys certain money. If it's Jmeter, no money. Okay. But how do you think?
So, Kumar, I have a question.
It has to
Hello?
be wonderful. Okay. Abdul made a valid point. Okay. For example, you would want to test it with 100 virtual users, 1,000 virtual users. You wanted to test. Okay. So if you're using Jmeter, okay. If you are using Jmeter, one machine is not good enough. One machine is not good enough. Okay, one machine can give maximum up to maybe 300 to 400 users. 300 to 400 users. Okay, 400 users based on the memory footprint. Okay, so just like LGs guys. Okay, you remember the LGs? Okay, you want certain number of users. One LG is not good enough. Okay, you have to add multiple LGs. Do you remember that guys? Do you remember if one LG is not create what? Oh, Sandra is speaking. Sorry, guys. Okay, I don't have my speakers up. Okay. Okay, Swanna, I'm sorry. My speakers were not up. Okay, you can
Okay.
talk. Sorry.
No, just that's the same question I was trying to ask. And when you said like with Blazemeter, you can run multiple users, and even with Jmeter, you can run multiple virtual users, right? So, what's the difference that means?
Yeah, that's it. So let me complete this. Okay, so this is paid and this is not paid. So let's say you wanted to run with 1,000 users. So one JMeter machine, let's assume, okay, it can support maybe 200 to 300. Then you have to set up how many machines? You have to set up how many machines? 3 to 4 machines. 3 to 4 machines. So, and this setting up, okay, this setting up requires certain efforts. Okay, first you need to buy 2 to 3 machines, and you make sure Jmeter is there on all the 3 or 4 machines, and master slave. Okay, you have to set up a master slave sort of, okay, setup. You have to create a master slave setup so that, okay, so these slaves will work as load generators or load injectors. We don't call as load generators here, we call them as load injectors. Okay, and each machine is giving 300 to 400. You have to set up those 300 to 400 machines. Now you can create a load of 1,000 users. You can create a use of 1,000 users. Okay, so all this is time taking and lot of efforts is required. Okay, so and the second thing is, okay, the client said that out of this 1,000 users, 300 users are from California, okay, East Coast, and 300 are from, okay, New York. Okay, you have to simulate in such a way that 300 users are from California, 300 users from, okay, New York, and then 400 users are from Chicago. Okay. Then this kind of requirement is not possible using Jmeter. If you really want to create this kind of situation, these 3 or 4 machines that you are creating, one machine you have to physically put it in California, one machine physically you have to put it in New York, and one of these machines physically you have to put it in Chicago, so that the load is generated from these areas. So if you are doing it with Jmeter, this kind of stuff is difficult. LoadRunner, it is possible. Do you remember virtualization? Okay, so virtualization, using this concept we have discussed this. Okay, in LoadRunner we can make sure that, okay, the users are coming from different locations or created. The users are the users. It creates a scenario in such a way that the users are from different locations. Just by using this virtualization, you can do that, and I've explained in the class. Okay, in the LoadRunner, in the controller. But in Jmeter, there is no way you can simulate this. And also, as the number of users are increasing, you know, you have to set up multiple machines, and it requires certain efforts. And it's not just one-time job. What I've seen is, even though you have set it up, okay, multiple times there might be an issue. So there will be an ongoing maintenance. Okay, so because of all these issues, people like to execute the script in BlazeMeter because it is extremely cheap, guys. Okay, it's extremely cheap. It's not at all expensive. It's so cheap that you feel like, oh, what's the big deal? Okay, I can make, the company can pay it. It's not a huge money. So you can put any number of users. It gives you the users on the go. Okay, you want 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. Okay, it will give you. And it will charge you per user basis, but it's cheap. So, Anil, any idea as to what is the expenses? I know recently you have worked. Okay, recently you have worked. So, what would be the money?
Yeah, actually, it starts from $99, Kumar.
Okay.
But the one we're using was for like $500, So
Okay.
here are the pricing.
99 USD for how many users and for how long?
Yeah, $99 is 1,000 concurrent users, and 200 tests per year, and like 300,000 API calls. But since we had to use, yeah, we
This
have to
1,000
use
users,
multiple.
one time we have to use, or you can use it for certain period of time.
This is per month,
Okay.
Yeah, per
So
month.
you see, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, per month $99. You get like 1,000 concurrent users.
Okay.
But later we moved on to $499, $500.
Okay, there is another plan as well. Okay, what is
Yeah,
this plan?
this is like $500 plan, which you have 5,000 concurrent users,
Okay.
and here you have like unlimited, the load generators, So we had to use more than one load generator, so we went with the Pro plan, $499.
So here you can have any number of load injectors as many as you want, and these load injectors we can do the virtualization, which means that they can come from different locations, right? Okay.
Yes.
So virtualization is possible. Okay.
And even Kumar, like for the starter, like free, we have like 50 concurrent users free, just to test. Yeah, we
Okay.
have 50 concurrent users. Yeah.
50 concurrent users are free. Okay.
Yeah,
50
yeah, for the
concurrent
free.
users are free. Okay. So this is per month, right? 499
Yeah,
USD.
but
Yes.
Anil, I have a question. Like, when you said 1,000 concurrent users per month, can we run 1,000 every day, or we just have to use 100, 100, 100? If we use 100, then we will have only 900 concurrent users to run.
Actually, yeah, like we can use 200 tests per year, Yeah, 200 tests, different tests. Like, there is a limit, like we can run 200 tests per year, and each time we can use like 1,000 concurrent users.
But you said plan is per month. So this 200 tests that you are doing, it is per month or per year?
That's for per year. 200 tests is per year for the
Okay,
90.
you divided it by 12, so which will be what? 20 tests, around 18 tests per month. That's what you can do, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
So
then
And
it's not
Kumar,
like,
Yeah,
and,
actually,
and it is just the license cost of the one machine. If you're going to go at license cost for Windows, for one machine, it easily costs you $100. But for $100, you'll get 1,000 concurrent user. You can use them as a 200 tests per entire year, and around 300,000 API calls.
okay, so Narendra Rama, I mean Abdul, did you work or you just pulled it out from the internet?
No. I happen to work using Jmeter's, BlazeMeter services, and we had different plan, and because org-wise, our client had purchased a different plan, not from the what is there on the rate card, but they had some other plans, work out across the organization, because many
Okay.
people in a different project, they'll use different scenarios with the different virtual users, so they happen to use it. I think if you get in touch with the BlazeMeter guys, they will be able to help you guys with whatever plan suits. But keep in mind, it is just costing under the license, a single machine operating system license cost, so it is way cheaper.
Okay.
yeah, it's very, very cheap. Yeah, you're right,
So
But
basically, overall, what I can tell you is it's extremely cheap, guys. Okay, with the kind of flexibility that they are giving. Okay. Okay, in terms of you need not have to set up any load injectors, extra load injectors, and it also supports the virtualization concept. Okay, virtualization concept. It is worth spending this money. And creating the scenario is very, very simple. Getting the results is very, very simple using BlazeMeter. So lot of people, what I've seen using the Jmeter guys, all the Jmeter guys, they would like to execute the test in BlazeMeter rather than executing in the Jmeter itself. Okay, executing in Jmeter itself is cheap, not cheap, it's totally free of cost, but still they would want to go with the BlazeMeter with the kind of options or with the kind of flexibility options it is giving, and the charge the kind of charge that they are doing is very, very cheap. Imagine a company which is $1 million company spending $100 is not a big deal at all, guys, per month, that too. Okay, it's not at all a big deal. Okay, so they can happily send it, happily spend this kind of money for a particular load test, or per month basis they can easily do that. Okay, so again, the choice is yours. You can execute in Jmeter itself, nobody is stopping you, but to avoid this setup, okay, to avoid this setup and get more flexibility in terms of virtual users and all that, okay, you can go with BlazeMeter, guys, and a lot of people do it. Okay, and once you learn Jmeter as to how to executing the same thing in BlazeMeter is a piece of cake. Okay, which I will show you at some point of time when we create multiple scripts and execute in Jmeter. Okay, then I'll try to show you how to execute in the BlazeMeter as well. Okay, so
Kumar, for BlazeMeter, it is just for execution, or we can create the scripts too?
I can create this. That's what I'm going to show you as well now. That's where I'm about to show you. But since the term BlazeMeter came in, I've deviated and I'm explaining about the BlazeMeter.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Yes. I've totally forgot. So what I was speaking. Can somebody
I
remind
wanted
me?
to add, Kumar, one more point. For any a large-scale organization or enterprises, managing, even if they wanted to go for their own in-house machine, either it's a physical machine or virtualized machines, these many nodes, it's very big hassle for them to maintain and manage, to apply security patch and all that. For most of the security reason, they wanted to go for BlazeMeter kind of services, so that they don't have a headache of managing all those machines which they have created just for the sake of distributed load testing in-house. So they can just destroy once they disconnected from the BlazeMeter. They don't have overhead of maintaining all those machines at their premises.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, Abdul, he made a very, very valid point. Okay, so for this virtualization, or in other words, distributed load test. Okay, so you need to create multiple load injectors, load injector machines, install Jmeter on that, and make sure it talks to your actual Jmeter machine, which I'm going to show you in the class. How to make this master slave configuration and setup and all that. I'll talk about it. But right now, just wanted to tell you the why people are using BlazeMeter over Jmeter. So one of the important point which Abdul made is maintaining. Let's say you wanted to create this kind of distributed load testing. So at least you have to have 3 machines. So once doing the setup is one thing, second is maintaining. Okay, so if you're going with a well-organized companies, there will always be some updates on the machines, not just your machine, all the machines. Whenever there are updates, again you have to go back and then see if the update has actually affected your machine. Okay, so there are so many things because of which you don't want to create multiple machines, especially if it's a big enterprise companies. So these are the reasons why they just go with the BlazeMeter, saying that, oh, why we need to create all this, we need to pay it on a yearly basis or monthly basis, and you pay for what you use. Next month, let's assume that you are not creating or running any load test, you need not have to pay next month. Okay, so this is like, so $100 is not at all a big amount for them, so they will just go ahead and 500 is also not at all a big amount, so they just go ahead and go ahead with the BlazeMeter. So and once you start working, you will understand 100 other reasons maybe because of which BlazeMeter is something which is worth its money, which is worth its money, and you want it to execute in BlazeMeter. Okay, so is it clear so far, guys? So I've deviated enough, so let me come back. Okay, let me come back to recording part. Are we clear at least so far? All the points which is discussed? Okay, so Anil made some valid points, Abdul made some valid points. Okay, so wonderful guys, I'm so glad. So these are all the people who are working in the real world. They came out with the real time situations, okay, problems, they're facing, and why they have to actually go with the BlazeMeter when you already can do it in Jmeter for free, totally free of cost. Okay, so wonderful guys. Now let me go ahead. Okay, so when the time comes, okay, I'll discuss about this distributed load testing in detail, guys. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't think that, oh, this guy from recording, he went to BlazeMeter, touched a little bit about BlazeMeter, didn't show what the BlazeMeter is. Immediately he's talking about distributed load testing or virtualization. Then he talked about load injectors. Okay, there are too many things that guy is talking which doesn't make sense to me. Maybe you might be thinking all this. Okay, if I wanted to explain, okay, why BlazeMeter is required, so I needed to talk about this. And if I have to explain again what is load injector, what is distributed load testing, what is master slave, that is deviating completely from the class, guys. But definitely hang on, I'll definitely explain what is master slave, what are load injectors, what is master slave, okay, and what is distributed load testing, and also open the BlazeMeter and show you how to execute. All that is part of the class, guys, but you just have to hang on. Okay, here you try to understand on the high level as to why people use BlazeMeter over Jmeter. That's about it. Okay, but if you didn't understood any of the points, it's okay, guys, not an issue. You can blame me for that because I didn't explain master slave as to what it is, load injectors or distributed load testing or virtualization. Yeah, maybe if you're attending the LoadRunner class, you know what is virtualization. Okay, anyways, so ignore all of that. Just assume that, okay, for execution part, BlazeMeter is more predominantly used than Jmeter for certain reasons. Okay, that's what you can assume. Now, let me go back and create the script or record the script using BlazeMeter. Okay, so first what you have to do is download, okay, BlazeMeter, not the tool. You wanted to download the Chrome plugin. What you download? Chrome plugin. Okay, so it's a Chrome plugin. Okay, which goes. What does the Chrome plugin means? Which goes with the Chrome. Okay, which goes with the Chrome. It doesn't get installed on your machine. It will be as a part of plugin of the Chrome. Okay, so you see, whatever the first link it comes, just click on that. Okay, and you see, since the Chrome plugin called BlazeMeter is already installed, I am getting this option called remove from Chrome. Okay, remove from Chrome. But for you, what would be the option it will be? So let me remove it so that I can add it. Now on my machine there is no BlazeMeter. So what is the option that I will have? Add to Chrome. Okay, what is that I have to click? Add to Chrome. Okay, that's it. Now you have to say add extension. That's it. Okay, it's all done. The Chrome extension has been added, and here, okay, you will, okay, the Chrome extension, and here you will be able to see the option called remove from Chrome, which means that the Chrome the BlazeMeter plugin is already added to the Chrome. So Kumar, I wanted to see it with my own eyes. That the Chrome plugin has already been added. Not an issue. You can go to these 3 stars and you can go to this more tools. And where do you check all the plugins, guys? Where do you check all the plugins? You can either say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where you will check all your plugins or the extensions. Where do you go and check it? Either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Where do you check, guys? Wonderful, wonderful. It is the 3 that you wanted to check. So I'll do the same thing now. Okay, so just go to 3. Okay, so go to settings. Sorry, not settings. Okay, go to tools and then go to extensions. Okay, extensions is where you have the plugins. Now you see there are a bunch of plugins that I have. Most of them are disabled. Okay, maybe I was explaining about the web services, and that's when you have this Postman web service as well. Let me disable that. Okay, make sure all of them are disabled, guys. Okay, make sure all of them are disabled. And now you see the BlazeMeter, and it is enabled. Okay, if you want, you can get the details of this BlazeMeter and you can study about what this one is. Okay, and make sure this is enabled. Okay, wonderful, guys, wonderful. Now if it is enabled, if it is enabled, you will be able to see the BlazeMeter icon over here. If it is enabled, if the BlazeMeter plugin, okay, is enabled, you will be able to see it over here. Wonderful, guys, wonderful. Now I will start recording the stuff using this BlazeMeter plugin. Is it regularly used option? I've seen a lot of people using it, especially if they're executing the test in BlazeMeter. They would like to record it in the BlazeMeter itself. I've seen them. Okay, but I'll still recommend, guys, the best option is HTTPS script recorder. If that is not working, okay, only then you explore these other options called BadBoy or a BlazeMeter plugin or other options. Okay, now give a name of the test, and one more thing. Make sure you create an account for BlazeMeter and log into it. Okay, if you create an account for BlazeMeter and log into it, okay. Let me see if I can sign out of BlazeMeter. Okay, let me see if I can sign out of BlazeMeter. Okay, first make sure you log out. Okay, I don't even remember the username password. Okay, but we can figure it out, not an issue. Okay, the username password is already here. Okay. Okay, so I've logged out. Okay, I've logged out. So here you will see the option called login or sign up. Okay, if you are using it for the first time, I would recommend you to sign up. Don't record. You could record it, but don't record without logging in. You will have problems. Okay, if you record without logging in, I'll tell you what is the problem little later. But let me record the script with login, and then I'll record the script without login to show you what are the problems you have. First sign up and then log in. First sign up and then log in. Okay, so once you click on login button, since I've already signed up, I don't want it to do it. It's a simple step. I'll try to log in. I already have the username and password. Click on login. Okay, make sure you're logged into BlazeMeter. I will show you how to execute the test on the BlazeMeter at a later point of time. When we created multiple scripts and want to execute as a test scenario, I'll show you how to do it on BlazeMeter. Now is not the time. I'm just working on only the recording part. Okay, now you make sure your name is appearing here. This is when you know that you have logged in. Create a test name. Okay, I'll create a test name called login BlazeMeter. Okay, login script. Okay, now you start recording. Okay, now you start recording. Okay, so you see here, which means that the recording is happening. Okay. Okay, so you see, now the recording is happening. Ideally, I should have created a test name. Okay, but that's okay. Now you are able to click on sign in. Okay, so I'll say click on sign in button. Okay, add the step, click on sign in button. In this, now you capture the events which are related to click on sign in. Okay, so you see this is highlighted or enabled, which means that whatever I'm about to record, that will be captured into this script. Whatever I'm about to record, that will be captured into this step. Okay, now you see it has captured. You see, okay, you see the related stuff has been captured into this step called click on sign in. Now you add another step called sign in, and another step called sign in. Now you see nothing is there in this particular step. Now whatever I'm about to record, that will be captured into this sign in step. Okay, right now 00 is there. Okay, now you see, okay, there is stuff that got recorded. How many samplers got recorded for signing? 2 samplers got recorded. For one step, 2 samplers got recorded. Only for signing in the UI point of view, all you are doing is signing. But how many samplers got recorded inside this? 2 samplers got recorded inside this. Okay, now finally sign out. Sign out step. In this sign out step, now you record the events which are related to sign out. Okay, or recorded the samplers which is related to sign out. Okay, so now you see again in sign out, okay, there is only one sampler got recorded, okay, for one step, which is sign out. Okay, now the whole script is recorded. Ideally this name should have been launched. Okay, this test step name should have been launch. Okay, so what I will do is I'll go ahead and record it. Okay, I'll go ahead and record it again. I'll go ahead and record it again. Okay, because I didn't get the first step name correctly. Okay, so let me change this step name. You're about to launch. Okay, you're about to launch. Okay. Okay, now the launch step has been created. How many samplers have been captured into this launch? Only one sampler for one UI, or for one transaction, only one sampler got recorded, which is launch. Then click on sign in. I'll just say click. Okay, add the step and then click on sign in. You see, only one sampler got recorded for one transaction called click. Okay, then sign in. Okay, add the step. Okay, right now nothing is there inside this step. Okay, now you are capturing the stuff into it. How many samplers got recorded? 2 samplers for sign in. And finally, this last step, which is sign out. Okay, and now capture the samplers which are related to sign out. How many samplers got recorded? Only one sampler for this sign out. Okay, now you can stop recording. Again, click on the BlazeMeter. Now you see, you wanted to see. You wanted to save. Okay, now you see, you can either edit in case if you wanted. Okay, so or you can save it. So let me go ahead and save it. Click on save, and you can see there are 3 options. You can save it as a Jmeter, you can save it as a Selenium, or you can save it as a Jmeter or Selenium, which is a YAML file. If it's a Selenium, it's a YAML file. If it's a Jmeter, it is a JMeter. Okay, I wanted to save it as a Jmeter. I wanted to save it as a Jmeter file. And what are the domains? Kekar-monitor.net. Kekar-monitoring.net. Okay, so this is the domain. This is the domain. Okay, demo Kekar-monitor.net. Okay, so that is the that is the what do you say? Okay, that is the domain. Okay, save it. Now the script is being exported as a JMX file. Exported as a JMS file, and it will be downloaded into your downloads. Okay, it will be there in your downloads, guys. Okay, it will be there in your downloads. You see, it will be. You just say Control J, you will be able to go to your downloads, show the folder, and the script has been downloaded into the downloaded folder. Okay, now let me move this folder into the move this script into the desktop. Now happily, okay. Happily, you can open the script. You can open the script in the Jmeter. You can open the script in the Jmeter. Okay. Now you see, signing. There were 2 samplers. If you remember, okay, when I am recording the script for signing, it said 2 samplers got recorded, and those 2 samplers you are able to see it here. For click on signing, only 1 sampler. Launch 1 sampler. Sign out 1 sampler. Are we clear, guys? All of you? Are we clear? Why there are 2? Okay. It was even while recording, it was showing. If you remember. Okay, if you remember, even while recording, it was showing. Okay, so even while recording, it was showing. Now I cannot show that, but even while recording, it was clearly showing that for signing, there are 2 samplers. Did you notice that, guys? All of you, while recording, for signing, there were 2 samplers, and it has shown it as well. My BlazeMeter while recording, it has shown it as well. Did you notice, all of you guys? Did you notice that? Okay. Okay, so now you can save it, or you can run it from here. Okay, but without enhancements, you wouldn't want to run it, or you can edit it over here. I don't know what kind of edits you would do, to be honest. Okay, but you can edit over here, and once you have edited, you can just say export to Jmeter. Again, it will download it. You can either export it directly, or you can go to edit, and from edit you can export. One of these ways. Okay, one of these ways. So this is how you can create a script in BlazeMeter, and then download that script and open in Jmeter. Now you can make all the enhancements that you want, and once all the enhancements is done, you can export it back to the BlazeMeter and run the scenario from there, which I'm not going to show you now. Okay, so here we are only working on creating the scripts. We are only working on creating the scripts, guys. So all of you, are we clear so far? Everybody, are we clear with this one? Now, in case if you don't want, thank you guys, thank you for responding. In case if you have not logged in, okay, if you have not logged in. So let me try to log out from here. Click on that Kumar so that it logs out. Now it will show the option for logout. You go ahead and log out from this workspace or BlazeMeter. Now you go ahead and refresh this. Now you check the BlazeMeter. You see you have been logged out. Now without logout, let's say you are trying to record the script. Okay, you're trying to record the script. This is launch. Okay, so recording will happen properly. Okay, you see one sampler got recorded into launch. Okay, now you will click on sign in. Okay, so click on sign in button. You see one sampler got recorded into sign in. Okay, now log in. Okay, add the step called login. Go ahead and log in, and you see two samplers got recorded into login, and finally log out. Okay, so add the step called logout. So the recording will happen properly. There is no issues. Okay, but right when you wanted to save, okay, right when you wanted to save it, okay, it will only show you this Jmeter and Selenium combination, not exclusively Jmeter. So that's what I have seen the problem. Okay, and whatever the downloaded file will be a YAML file, it is not a .jmx file. Again, you have to convert this YAML into .jmx and all that you have to go through. Rather than that, just go ahead and log in. Okay, rather than that, okay, just go ahead and log into the application and start recording it, guys. Okay, that's what I would recommend you to do it. Okay, so this is what it is with the BlazeMeter, guys. Okay, now I think you got a fair bit of idea as to what is this BlazeMeter, okay, tool, and it is compatible. The whole, these guys, you know, they are making the life of Jmeter, life out of Jmeter. Jmeter is an open source tool. Okay, so they are making a life out of Jmeter. So they kind of like, you know, they made the Jmeter as their main earning point, and they have enhanced few things, made the life easy for the people who are using Jmeter, okay, using the BlazeMeter, and then they are making money. But to be honest, a lot of people are using Jmeter because there is BlazeMeter. Okay, to be honest. So it worked for both the tools. Since there is BlazeMeter, people are using Jmeter, and the BlazeMeter could make money because there is already some existing users for Jmeter, and they made a market out of it. They made some money out of it, and now more and more people are using Jmeter because it can be used in conjunction with the BlazeMeter to run the test. Okay. So are we clear, guys, all of you? Okay, let me take a 5 minutes break, a quick 5 minutes break, and I'll come back. When I come back, I'll discuss about other ways of recording. Okay, and then we'll try to wrap up today's class, and maybe if possible, I'll try to execute a test. Okay, so tomorrow is an important class, guys. We try to execute the test in a GUI mode and a non-GUI mode. And what is this non-GUI mode and all that, we'll try to understand. If today, if people are staying back, willing to stay back and learn, I'll talk about that execution part as well. Okay, but after the break, we'll discuss about recording using the HAR files. Okay, HTTP archive files. Okay, okay, just give me a 5 minutes break, guys. So I'll be on mute. I'll not stop recording, but I'll be on mute. And by the way, guys, the voice today, is it clear? Because I'm not using my regular mic. So the voice was clear today. Is it absolutely clear, the clarity wise? Or do you see that the clarity is bad in terms of maybe if you compare it with yesterday? Any difference in the clarity? I mean, is it, or is it better than before? Or is it? Because I'm not using my USB mic. Okay. So to be honest, guys, I'm telling you because I wanted. I mean, I spent quite some money on that, you know, the USB microphone. Okay, but this, whatever the microphone. Oh, the car honking I cannot help because it's the neighbors, Abdul. But I'm seriously asking you this question, guys. Option 1, today's clarity in terms of sound. Option 2, yesterday's or any other class. Okay, which one you would go with? Option 1 or option 2? Seriously. Oh, option 1. Oh my God. What about others? I want to hear from all of you in terms of clarity. It is much better today. Oh my God. So I've spent so much money for nothing. This is a basic microphone which comes with my webcam. Okay, it hardly, I mean, holy moly. So this is hardly like what, 30 bucks? Okay, it comes with a microphone and a webcam. I've spent $300 just for a Blue 80 microphone. Okay, I was told that that is the best in the market. Okay, and then you're saying that this is the best quality. Oh my God. Okay, so if everybody is saying option one going forward from tomorrow, I'll use this the webcam. I mean Logitech webcam microphone in that case. Okay, guys, just give me 5 minutes break. Okay, and I'll come back. Thank you. So guys, are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me? And one of you, please let me know. Okay, thank you. Shapora, Sase, Veriatu, thank you. Okay, now before the break, what did we discuss is we were discussing about the recording options. Okay, so today we have seen how to record using the BadBoy and then export it as a Jmeter script. Make sure the version is 2.2, so which goes with the version of current Jmeter. What is the version of current Jmeter? It is 5.2.1. Okay, so if you want the BadBoy script, the exported Jmeter script to work with the current version, which is 5.2.1, the BadBoy version should be 2.2. Any lower will not work. Then we have used the Chrome plugin of the BlazeMeter and we have recorded it and we have opened the script in the Jmeter. And again, there's no proxy required over here as well. And the third option which I'm going to show you, even for this, there is no proxy is recorded, and looks like these days there are a lot of people are using this option. It is very simple way of creating the script. Okay, so I'll tell you one of the experience of one of the students. Okay, this is what one of the student has came back and told me after the interview. Okay, the interviewer has asked if Jmeter is not you are not able to if you are not able to record the script using Jmeter, okay, then what is your approach? Okay, so this is the question that the interviewer has asked. Okay, and here is the answer from the student. Okay, I will try using Chrome plugin. Okay, and okay, I'll try using the Chrome plugin. Okay, and he said no, tell me if there are other options. Then immediately he said BadBoy. Okay, so he said BadBoy nobody is using these days. Okay, so that's what the interviewer has said. Okay, then he was expecting some other answer. Okay, which the student didn't have. He gave these two options to the interviewer. He said he was expecting one more answer. Then he asked a follow-up question on this. Always remember that when the interviewer doesn't get the answer they are looking for, the next question will be around that most of the times. Okay, you have given some answer which is correct, but still he didn't get the answer that you wanted. Okay, then the next question or the follow-up question will be about that particular question itself. If you haven't answered itself, they will go to a completely new question. But you have answered the question and it is right, but still he is expecting something else, then the follow-up question will be always related to that question. Okay, then he said, okay, did you use the developer tools? Okay, did you use the developer tools? He said yes. Okay, then okay, the answer, okay, the interviewer, the student said yes. Okay, so then he said, what did you use for? Use the developer tools. Then he said, I use the developer tools to understand the embedded resources, to see how much time it is taking from the browser, what would be the response times from the browser and all that. So he said he is not happy with any of that. Okay, then he quit the interview. I mean, he stopped the interview, and which was very evident that the student or the guy didn't go through the interview. Okay, so what was the interviewer actually expecting is, okay, if the recording was not happening in Jmeter, okay, you can use the developer tools to actually create the script. I'll show you how it is done. Okay, watch here carefully, guys. First, let me pull up the developer tools. What is the shortcut for the developer tools, guys? To open the developer tools, what is the shortcut, guys?
F12.
F12. I want to hear from all of you. This is something which is basic, guys. Okay, F12. You can say F12 and you can open the developer tools. So many times we have done it. So in case if you don't want to use F12, go here. Okay, more tools, developer tools. Okay, so you'll be able to see that. Okay, now, okay, make sure you click on this preserve log. What do you do, guys? Make sure you click on this preserve log. Can somebody open the developer tools and tell me if this option is checked by default or do we need to check it? Can somebody quickly do it for me, guys? Can you open and see if this option is by default checked or maybe you would have to check it? Can somebody please check it for me, guys? It is by default. Okay, so you don't mess around with this. By default, it is there, preserve log. Okay, so don't mess around with it. Leave it as it is. Okay, but if it's not checked, make sure. Oh, Raghu, not by default. Unchecked on Chrome. Okay, so if this is what is the default option, okay, then go ahead and then. Okay, why you wanted to do it? First, let me explain that. Okay, if you're not preserving the log, let's see what is happening. Okay, so by default this will be recording. You need not have to do anything about it. By default, whatever you do on the application, all the embedded resources will be shown up here. Okay, and by default recording is on. Okay, recording is on. Now you see you are launching the application. Okay, close to 16 embedded resources have been captured or recorded. Okay, close to 15 to 16 embedded resources have been captured. What is the last one? sm_fish.gif. This is the last embedded resource. Again, watch carefully, guys. sm_fish.gif. Okay, and what is the first one? Catalog.action. Catalog.action. And how many are there? Close to 16 of them, which is clearly seen over here. There are 16 of the embedded resources are there for the launch. Now you are initiating the next transaction, which is clicking on the sign in. You are initiating the next transaction, which is clicking on the sign in. Okay, let me do that and let's see what happens. What I am expected is the embedded resources for the sign in will be appended to this log, which means that this 16 will be there, which is there for launch, and then whatever is there for sign in, that will be appended to this 16 is what my expectation is. But let's see if this is what is happening. Let me go ahead and sign in. Now you see all those 16 are gone, and for this next transaction called click on sign in, there are 10 new embedded resources which you have captured, but the earlier 16 which for the launch is already gone. So that particular log, okay, is gone. Okay. Okay. Now for signing, okay, these 10 are there. Again, what do you expect for signing? This whatever is there for whatever the embedded resources or the request that you captured for click on sign in, those will be gone, and then whatever is there for the sign in, that will be captured. You see, yeah, 18. Those 10 are gone, and then 18 have come up. And again, same thing for sign out. Okay, those 18 are gone, and new 17 have been captured. But what I want is I want to capture for launch. Click on sign in, logging in and logging out. I want to capture the embedded resources for all of them. So if you want to capture the embedded resources for all of them, you don't want the earlier request embedded resources to go away. You want it to preserve them. You want it to save them. So you just say preserve. Preserve log, clear it, and now you start. You see, first you launch. Okay, all the 16 of them have captured. Click on sign in. Okay, 16 plus whatever the extra 12 those are captured, overall 26. So you are able to see all the 26 over here. Okay, now go ahead on login. Okay, all the 44 are captured. Okay, and then sign out. Okay, all the 61 are captured now. All the 61 are captured. Now, just because it is you are able to preserve the log, you are able to capture for all the transactions. Now right click on it, and you see what is this? Save all content as har with content. Save all as har with content. So you're saving it as a har file. You're saving it as a har file. However, on the desktop. Okay, JPEG store har file is what you're saving it and save it. Okay, you see JPEG store. Where is my JPEG store? You see this is the har file. Record. Go to properties, and you see it is a .har file. Okay, now you're wondering what is a har file. Okay, it is HTTP archive file, guys. What is a har full form? Okay, what is a har full form? Okay, oh, this is some other app. Okay, so har file. Okay, what is it, guys? The HTTP archive format. Okay, So this is what is a HAR file. Okay, so H stands for HTTP archive, AR stands for archive, and it's format, HTTP archive format. Okay. Okay, you see HAR short for HTTP archive. Okay, what is the HAR file stands for? HTTP archive. Okay, so these are HTTP requests and you are archiving it. That's what it means. If you wanted to remember, or if you're wondering how do I remember it, okay, these are all the HTTP requests and you are archiving. Archiving means saving it, okay, or storing it somewhere, safe. Okay, that's what is archiving, right? Yeah. Okay. Wonderful, guys. Wonderful. Okay. So Raghu has given me what is an HAR file. Okay. So thanks, Raghu. So as you can see, it's an HTTP archive file. Wonderful, guys. So you have saved this. Now, if I can open this HAR file in Jmeter, I never tried opening directly, but Jmeter usually opens a .jmx file. But let's try to open this HAR file directly in the Jmeter. Okay. Let me see if it opens. Okay. Okay, nothing is happening. You see, I've dragged and dropped here, nothing is happening. And if you're trying to open it from here, it doesn't even open. I mean, let me say all files and then, okay, JPEG store. Okay, double click on it. You see, only white space content. So there is an error which is coming, which means that it cannot open. Okay, so this HAR file directly cannot be opened on the Jmeter. Okay, on the Jmeter. So now what do you do? What do you want? You want, okay, convert, okay, HAR file into Jmeter file or JMX file. Okay, HAR file into Jmeter file or JMX file. Okay, so you see, convert HAR file to JMX. Okay, you search online. Okay, lot of people will give you an option. You can use any of them, but BlazeMeter has given. I wanted to use this converter which came from BlazeMeter. I trust BlazeMeter, so I would like to use this option. I like to use this option, converter.blazemeter.com. Now choose the file. Choose the file. So you see JPEG store. Okay, convert it. Okay, now you can download the log file, you can download the JMX file. Okay, so log file is the JTL file, I believe. Let me download both of them. First, what is my interest? JMX file. Okay, download the JMX file. Okay, so you see this jmeter.jmx has been created. Now let me move this into my Jmeter file. Let me, Jmeter. Let me move this into Jmeter. Okay, now drag and drop this script and you will be able to see all this script. You'll be able to see all this script. Okay, wonderful, guys. So this is how you can convert and create the script using the HAR file and convert it to the Jmeter and convert it into Jmeter, guys. Okay. Are we clear, guys? All of you? Are we clear? All of you? Okay. And you can download. Let's also look at this log file as well. Okay. What does this log file has? Download the log file. Okay. So it's JPEG store.log is showing. Okay. Let me see what is there in this log file. Okay. Let me open it in the edit notepad. Maybe it's talking about the converter, like how the converter has worked. Okay. So it is trying to detect the input files, then it was trying to convert. So if there is any issue, error dog, okay, the conversion has not happened properly, you can look into this log file to see why the conversion has not happened. So where is the problem? But it is the log file for converting. When the converting is happening, so it has logged all the information and you are able to see this log file. Okay, I don't think it is of any use. I thought it was a JTL file. Okay, if it was a .jtl file, you could have used this, in the Jmeter. Okay. So wonderful, guys. So any questions you can ask me at this point of time. Okay, this is how you can do it. Okay, so Alin Mailani has already given you the converter. Okay, so with this we will stop here, class. I've shown you all the ways of recording the script other than the Jmeter. Okay, and I went as slow as possible. Is the pace okay with all of you guys? Is the pace okay with all of you? Are you able to understand? So looks like the JTL file is not getting generated, Gaurav. So that's the bad news, to be honest. Okay, but you can execute once to generate the JTL file, to be honest. Okay, yeah. So that is the work. I mean, that is the option. That is the problem that you have. You don't have the JTL files if you are creating any of the other tools like Crow plugin or BadBoy or the HAR files. You don't have the listen. I mean, you don't have the log, so you'll not be able to see the the request and the response unless if somebody has done it. Okay, Anil, I'm sure you would have used this Chrome plugin and all that. So when you use the Chrome plugin, if you wanted that view results tree or the recording log, so is there a way we can get it, Anil? As far as I am aware, it's not possible. But did you try?
No, I haven't tried that. I don't think we have anything to share that, but we need to look in the options. I haven't tried on that one. Yeah,
Okay. But
I haven't
whatever
tried.
later on,
But
Gautam,
there is some advanced option. I don't know what it has. Disable browser cache. Let me see. No, I didn't
okay,
see that option over there on the advanced also.
okay. I never played around, to be honest,
Yeah,
because
no.
the log is not there. The other ways that you can play around.
Yeah,
So
it
that's
is
what
not
we use.
possible, Kumar. Yeah, even I checked the advanced option. I didn't see it. Even in my last project, I haven't done that. Yeah. So
So partial downloads
looks
is
like
6.
yes,
Okay.
looks like they don't have that option in here.
Okay, randomize the recorded thing times. Okay, so there are no options over here as well.
No
So
option.
yeah, so that's not possible. So Gaurav, it's a very valid question. I do understand your concerns, but it is not possible. Yes, yes. Okay, it is required. I do understand for correlation and all that. Okay, it is definitely required the log, but there are other ways that you can work around it. Okay, so I'll show that as well. Okay. And that's about it, guys. So we are done with the class. Okay. And anybody who's Abdul, it looks like you already used the Jmeter. Anil, you have used the Jmeter. I have a question for you. I haven't explored. Okay. So when you're importing the script, especially from the HAR files, right? You have all these GIFs and all that is also getting recorded. You see CS GIFs and all that. You don't want it. So either now or after the import is done, I can manually select all of them and delete it. But I don't want
Yes.
it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I wanted them to not to import at all. So how do you do it when you do it from the archive file? Did you ever explore? While
Actually,
importing, can we filter out?
yeah, actually, I have not used the developer tool. I have used only Fiddler, Kumar. So
Okay,
on the Fiddler, what I normally used to do was the best practice was, I record it. Then right there, I used to filter it over there, in the Fiddler because I used to give a start transaction and the end transaction while recording in Fiddler. So
okay.
I know which one goes for which, transaction. So according
So
to that, I used to filter. Do you have a Fiddler here?
yeah, I have the fiddler. Let
Yes.
me. I think I can open the hard file using the fiddler. I believe.
Okay, but yeah, can you just open Fiddler? I want to tell you something.
Yeah, just okay.
Because I never use the developer tool. I feel this comfortable because it has good features on the
Okay.
Fiddler. So what happens? Yeah.
Let me import this file which I've already created using the hard file. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, cannot. I thought that maybe this app file opens in Fiddler, right? I can filter it in the Fiddler before. Okay. Maybe try to open them. Okay. Capture traffic, reset archives, import sessions. If I say import sessions, okay, HTTP archive, next, okay. So JPEG store. Okay. Now I've imported all this HTTP archive file into Fiddler. Now maybe I can filter out, right? Maybe is there a way I can say
I think
that?
on the I think on the rules, on the rules, if you click on the rules, yeah, from there, because what I normally used to do, Kumar, the easy is like while you are recording with Fiddler, we can
Uh-huh.
give a transaction name, we can just comment it. So
Right.
that
You can
way it would be very easy. Yeah, that's what I used to do. But
and also filter out all the GIFs and all that while recording itself.
uh Yeah, I think on the one of the developer was using the rules and he was trying. So before, yeah.
So, Abdul or anybody has any more comments? I mean, I wanted to remove all the zip files and.
From the developer tool, also when you are trying to export the HAR file, you can
Uh-huh.
filter and export.
Oh, is it? Okay. That. Okay. That's wonderful. Who is that speaking?
Abdul?
Okay, wonderful, Abdul. So let me try to do that. Okay. So let's launch it. Okay. And
Yeah.
then click sign in.
So now, if you notice, you have the hide data URLs and you have selected all filter, right?
Right.
On here on top. Go where you see the timings like 300 milliseconds, microseconds. No, you have the filter, right?
Where you're saying,
Go up, go up.
oh yeah, filter. Okay.
Yeah, there, not there, not there.
Here you're
You
talking.
have all XHR, JS, CSS images, right?
Right here. Okay.
No,
Okay.
go up, go
Text
up, go up,
box. There is a text box beside that. Is that one?
go up.
Yes, yeah, right there.
Yeah, left,
Yeah,
left.
filter this. You selected all options. That's why you're seeing everything. Now select only the docs. Doc, DOC, doc. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Now you can
Now
just
you
select
export this.
save as
Okay,
HAR.
that's good. Yeah.
But can we select multiple of them or only one of them?
I think you can select only one because try using Shift key if possible. I've not tried, but
Yeah.
without the JS and other. Yeah,
Okay,
see?
okay. Shift key is working wonderful. Okay. So
Yeah,
usually
that's
JS you
good.
don't want, CSS you don't want, images you don't want, media, font, WS, WebSockets, manifest, and others. Okay. Maybe I'll say doc and then others. I think this is good enough. And is there a way we can name it here so that when we export, we know what one is for what?
That is, I guess that's not possible. It's just a stream of requests.
Request,
So,
right?
yeah.
And they will be in order, right? I mean, I don't think the order will be missed.
Yeah, they are there in the queue. They are based on the order.
Okay, let me try. Now you're launching. So launching is catalog.action. Okay, you're clicking on sign in. Okay, which is action sign off form. Okay, then you're logging in. Okay. Oh, so it's got messed up a little bit. Actually, you see. So this one was 1, 2, then 3, 4, and then sign out again. The order is little messed up. Did you notice that, guys? Okay, so you got
Did
to
you
the.
sort? Did you sorted with the type right now? See on
Oh,
the type.
oh, okay. So I would have sorted it with name, or I should say
Yeah.
initiator is okay. So do I say initiator?
Yes. Keep the default setting and just filter the type and export.
Okay. So is there something called change to default somewhere here? Because if I open it, close it, it
Mm,
that particular.
it's not that enhanced, I guess, this one. So I think Fiddler is much more mature as compared to
Right.
Dev Dev DevTab,
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
DevTool.
what I figured out. That was
Mhm.
very easy for me also. So I
And
just
in Fiddler, you can you can you can provide what kind of response also you want.
now it is coming correctly. Catalog.action, action sign in, action login, and sign out. Okay, now it has captured in the order that I wanted. Okay,
okay.
so I've closed it, opened it, then it has captured only the docs and also in the order that I wanted. Wonderful. Okay, then you can export, save as HAR file, and we can use the fiddler as well. You can use the fiddler, and while recording itself, I think we can filter out the things, right? Okay, let me go ahead and capture the traffic, which is already being done. Okay, okay, now let me launch it. Okay, that it has captured the launch. Okay, then sign in. Okay, it has captured the sign in, then login. It has captured the login, and then sign out. Has captured the sign out. Maybe
So,
I but looks like images are not getting captured even without filtering. Maybe it is because I mean it's cached in and those are not recorded automatically. But in case
yeah,
if
in
it is
other
exclude Anil, what do I do?
yeah, in other applications, everything gets captured. I think it's because of cache, but the good way, like the good practice is, Kumar, can you right click on that fiddler? Yeah, just after one request, yeah, right click and see there is one thing called comment over there.
Right,
So
right.
yeah, if you click on the comment and if you do like, login before, I mean like just go to the home page, launch page,
Mhm.
or like after one request you can do that launch page, then hit the another request, then again put comment it and do like login. So that way it was very beneficial for me, yeah, like this option. So I would know which one exactly went to which transaction went to which, and how many requests belong to that particular transaction.
Okay. So once you comment it out, now you save all of them, right?
Uh,
Save all sessions
yes,
and you want to save it as a SAS file or an archive file.
this one. Okay, arc. Let me see. Fiddler. No,
It doesn't
SAS
matter
is the
because it's
Fiddler
one of
one.
the
So
session file, right? Session.
Yeah.
It's a session. So
Okay. Desktop, save it. And let me see if that SAS file you are able to open in Jmeter. Okay.
I think we need to convert this through. We have to convert into HAR through BlazeMeter. Then only it will convert into
So the
like
BlazeMeter
JMX file.
SAS file into Jmeter file.
I don't think it's the SAS file. I think you need to select the other one, Kumar. Can you try the other one? There are two
So
options, right? Yeah.
save, save all sessions.
Yeah.
Okay.
All sessions.
There is only one more
Then
SAS, constructed SAS. Okay. Or maybe you can export
see
it
if you
as
have
a
export, yeah,
export sessions, all sessions. Then you can export it as
yeah.
an archive.
yeah,
Now
yeah.
you have to do the archive one. Yeah, that one. Then you need to convert this into R file, then into JMX.
Okay. Then JPEG store. Okay, I don't want this particular one. Okay. So this JPEG store one is what I've just created. Then you go to the Chrome plugin and convert this. Okay. R file to JPEGs. Okay. Download the JMX file. Sure. Okay. And then move it up here. But how the comments have got into picture? We have commented, I mean, the
No,
comments that you have
actually, what happened? No, actually, what happened,
No,
Kumar? Can
you
you
have
go
not.
to
Yeah.
Fiddler? Yeah, can you go to Fiddler once? Yeah, clear everything, Kumar.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
now start recording. Just give the home page, landing page.
okay. Landing
Okay,
page has,
now you have to give comment. Here you have to give comment. Yeah, so just do
but
landing page. Yeah, launch. Now hit the another page. Yeah, yeah. After everything is downloaded, you can wait for some time. When everything is downloaded, then give the another comment. Yes. This is more like we do in LoadRunner, the comment thing. Yeah. Now,
okay. This is login. This is sign out. Okay, log out. Okay, now we'll
now,
capture all.
yeah. Now, if you move your, if you enlarge
Yeah,
that one, okay. Yeah. Can you? 1 second. Yeah.
yeah. Should I?
Can you expand it? Yeah. Can you expand it? This one. Yeah. Can you expand the right side? Yeah.
So it's launched.
So this is more like the you are given in LoadRunner, like you give comment and you know which goes where, you know. So
Right.
normally that's how I know, you know.
Okay.
So what I do
When you
now,
export an R file, right?
yeah. Now when yeah, that one.
Okay, JPEG1 is what I will say. Okay, convert. So others can stay back and see, like, how the things are unfolding. Okay, so
Good.
uh,
This is very handy in terms of recording. You know, sometimes we can't be able to record all the requests. So this is the best way to do it. I think it's very important.
but my concern is, like, you're using the Fiddler. Where are these
Okay.
comments coming
So
from?
yeah. So what I did was which one?
But there are
Which
no
one?
comments. You have added the
Yeah.
comments.
So what I normally do, okay, after exporting, I look here. You know. So which one belongs to where in Fiddler? Then
Oh,
according to that, you know, like, you know, I filter over here, you know, make a transaction controller and put whichever
whatever.
goes, you know, just for the reference.
Yeah,
Yeah. So whatever,
not
so
being
just for the
captured.
reference. hmm
So you need to physically look at it, like, to see what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
get
for the
the
reference.
deserves
Uh-huh.
the, so this is the
Yeah.
launch. So
Uh-huh.
maybe you can give a name launch.
But but Kumar, there's no place for comments in the Jmeter, right? Even if we bring it over here from the session from the fiddler, there's no place to accommodate the comment here, right? Or
No,
you
Yes.
should
no,
you expect
Abdul.
it should go here?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
what I
Abdul.
was expecting to do is to create a controller, a loop
Yeah.
controller or transaction controller, and document.
Transition controller and put that inside.
I was thinking that's what was going to happen. But what you tell is also makes sense. So other tools, you're adding it as a separate step, and that step is
Yeah.
converted to a controller here. But here in the Fiddler, it is a comment. So you can't expect a comment to become a controller. Okay,
Mhm.
it makes sense. So here now you have to go back and then map all this to the
Yeah.
sample. You
So
have to map it to the transaction.
yeah, so normally what I do, Kumar, like I go to Fiddler, you see that google.com 443 and all that. That one
Yeah,
I'll delete it right away before like exporting it, you know.
yeah.
Then so
Mhm.
whatever looks good, then I export it. Then I come back here and just do the reference check, which one goes here and create a transaction controller in Jmeter, then just put it over there, you know, that's what I do.
While recording
Because
itself, we can have the filters added so that GIFs and all that doesn't get captured. For example,
yeah, like
okay,
I have seen that. Yeah, for the big application, it does. You know, like while I was working on a project, this is a
mhm,
small flow, Kumar, but there used to be like 200, 300 requests. You know, and out
right,
of them, lot of them used to be JPEG file and all that also.
yeah.
So manually, all those I used to filter out over here. Then whatever is and put a
Let me
comment.
okay,
Mhm.
let me clear all the browsing history. Okay,
Okay,
now all the GIFs and everything will be captured now. Okay,
yes,
but
hopefully.
is there a way to filter it out so that it doesn't capture?
I think there is to. I think we have to go on the rules and do something. You know, that's what the develop. Like I saw one guy doing it from there. You know, like
Request Japanese content.
I had
User.
three or four user agent performance. What was it? Let's see
I'm
the.
sure there is a way. I mean, if you can
Yeah,
explore while recording itself, you can exclude some of them. I'm sure
yeah.
there's.
Uh,
Maybe if somebody has used Fiddler, they can help me out
yeah,
here.
they were telling we can do it. You know, but I just went this way that time. But yeah, there should be some way. Mhm.
So here is go. This is go. Okay. Keep all the sessions. Maybe. Okay. Capture the traffic. But there were options in the capture traffic would have been good actually. Okay. So that you capture only the docs. Okay. Nothing else. Or maybe when the whole thing is captured, maybe you can filter it on the docs and then remove the other stuff. Maybe that's what we can do probably. Okay. Demo clicker. Oh, sorry. Demo clicker. Sign in. Login. Sign out. Okay. Now the whole bunch of stuff I expected to get recorded. You see, the whole bunch of stuff got recorded. Okay. Out of this, I can filter out based on the content, and then maybe keep the ones which are required, and then delete all the ones that is not required. Probably this is the way I can do it, I believe. Okay. So these are all the ones which is text HTML is required. So the ones which are not required, just select all of them, delete them. Okay. So here also this is related to docs, delete them. Okay. So here you can delete all this stuff not required. Okay. So maybe this is what I have to do, all the GIFs. Okay. So I have to delete it before importing it into Jmeter. Okay. Manually you have to do everything. That's it. There's no other option. Okay. Now you have just the text. Now you can import this. Maybe while recording, if you have the comments, then you know which one is belongs to what. Then probably based on that. That's the only way. Other than that, maybe while recording itself, you can see the filters. Maybe that option can be explored. Okay. So maybe let me search online. Okay. How to filter capture traffic using host name. Okay, so filter by host and process. Okay, this is, I think they have done it after the recording has been done. Okay, search and filter the sessions. Okay, so maybe I'll look into it, guys. Okay, thank you for your help, guys. I hope you have learned a lot today. Okay.
Yes,
Thank you,
it was a
Kumar.
great class, Kumar. Thank you.
So Fiddler is a tool used to record the network traffic. Yeah. Okay. What is Fiddler? Abhijit. Okay. Abhijit. Yeah. It is a Fiddler. Fiddler is this. So there were a lot of people who were asking questions, but I was not looking into it. Okay. Sorry guys, I was not looking into any of the comments. Uh, okay. So the Raghu said in advanced options we can avoid while recording itself. Okay, so I was not looking into it what Raghu has said. He has said something. Probably you would have said it, maybe for Fiddler or something like that. Okay, Harry is only to record, not to able to enhance. No, it is only to record. What is Fiddler? Abhijit, are you there? Yeah. So Abhijit, Fiddler is just a network tracking tool. It's a sniffing tool. It will capture all the network. Just like what you see in the developer tools, the same thing can be captured in Fiddler as well. Okay, so tomorrow's agenda is to execute the scripts, guys. Okay, execute the scripts. Whatever we have done at the later point of time, we're just playing around. There are so many things that we can do with Jmeter. So we see how Fiddler is able to help us. That's it. Okay, if you don't understand, it's fine, guys. Okay. Okay, guys. So that's about it. Thank you so much for your for attending, and I hope you're learning a lot. Okay, and more things you can learn when we explore. Okay, I explore in the classes. You see the approach as to how to explore and all that. What you can have a tool make it to do. If something is not happening automatically, so you can play around with all that. Okay, so guys, any suggestions you can let me know. Okay, you can send out a WhatsApp message or an email to see if you don't like something or you like something. You can let me know. Okay, thank you so much, guys. See you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you, Swarna.